Okay, folks, it's your buddy Mike Messier. We have a very special What's in the Box today. I'm so excited I wanted to take a sip of water. That was from Arby's. They did not endorse this video, or did they pay me a royalty. If any water companies are out there wanting to be my official water sponsor or any other sponsor of the Mike Messier What's in the Box realm, by all means. Now I have this pair of scissors. They're very rusty, which kind of defeats the point of them being scissors. So this might take a while. Now I want to give a shout out to Michael Ramano, aka Buddy Ramano, longtime wrestler, not just a wrestling personality, but a professional wrestler out of the state of Rhode Island, who I've long been associated with, recently been back in touch with. Our days go way back. Top Rope Promotions, United States Wrestling Federation. We both had different personas or ring names, as they say. Just kind of an odd coincidence that this wrestling world, you know people by 2 or 3 names. Buddy Ramano was someone I knew a long time ago in his early days as a wrestler, but he had a different gimmick and a different look. I believe he was known as the Lover Boy way back when, and I did not recognize him in Top Rope Promotions, and we never spoke. And just recently on the old FB, that's Facebook for you old people, we reconnected. Now he's done a wonderful job of taping this package. I just wish that I had an axe or a smasher to open this thing, but I do appreciate that he respected that the contents of this box were very near and dear to him and will be near and dear to me. So I'm making a great effort to not compromise the contents, to damage the insides, as it were. It's like if you had a precious egg with a golden fleece or a golden goose, you would take great caution. Oh boy, he really did seal this sucker up. MikeMessier.com continues to, I don't want you to see my address, you weirdos, but MikeMessier.com continues to enlighten people. Yeah, I'm being very tender with this. Just being very tender. I don't want to hurt the contents. I did sew this thing up. I do have plans tomorrow, so hopefully I can make those plans. Thanks, Mike. Be funny if you forgot to pack everything here, right? But let's move over here. This is certainly a exercise in fun. As you can see, I'm wearing the Dusty Road shirt that I just got in the What's in the Pro Wrestling Crate opening. So, by all means, folks, remember, I'm doing this for the love of the game, but that doesn't stop you from sharing these videos, from subscribing. All right, we might be getting somewhere. God. I do like this box. I don't know if the Undertaker's going to be buried in here, or Erwin R. Shyster, or Yokozuna. The name is Paul Bearer that CM Punk's going to spurt on his face. This is a pro wrestling themed What's in the Box. Now you might be wondering, Mike, how can you know what's in the box? You might be wondering, and I kind of do, and I kind of don't. All right. I'll be interviewing Magnum TA in mere minutes. See, I thought this thing was going to open gently, but it's really not. This is a dandy. He did a nice job uh, protecting the material. You're very ginger. I guess he did a. I'm going into like fourth grade mode now, like just giving my tour. I've had this box here for about 2 weeks. I give my credit. He did send this, Mike or Buddy. He did send this very quickly, and he got to the post office, and the post office, even during these troubled times, if you would, did a good job. He seems to have packaged the items nicely. So no complaints. I just want to have a nice clean open. I don't want any damage. I'm very ginger and Marianne. All right. Now we're getting somewhere, folks. I'm sure I could have done this easier if I had an assistant, either a midget or a non-midget. I'm going to take my glasses off and pretend I'm a child before I needed glasses. Need I say more? Wahoo McDaniel recently interviewed his final wife. Wahoo had several wives, and interviewed his fourth wife, I believe. January 1985. Look at that nice juicing, that blood. This was always fun. Nobody ever actually ordered those things, but those were fun. Check out Michael Ramano on Facebook. I believe Buddy or Michael is still wrestling. And you can say hi if he wants to accept you. He's in a wrestling group called the Bitter Club. Look at this, folks. Not joking around. Popular Wrestling. I can say that I've never seen this magazine before. Jack Briscoe's Nightmare, November 1977, before most of us were born, folks. So Michael or Buddy must have had an uncle. The Gagnes are keeping the AWA title from Rick Martel. I like that conspiracy. I'd like to see where that goes. Flair Wyndham match spurs controversy. This is the wrestler from June 1983. Andre and Kamala, the savagery of giants. So far, so good, Michael, Buddy. So far, so good. I love this one. December of '82. Fucking sweet spot, folks. The giant is mightier than the claw. And I'll be honest with you, folks. I actually attended an Andre the Giant Blackjack Mulligan match. Was the first main event of a wrestling show I ever went to. Don't tell. Wahoo, once again, got a very big Wahoo. We did see Wrestling Album number 4 advertisement. The hell with Junkyard Dog and the Fans, says Butch Reed. That's not very pleasant. Harley Race versus Kevin Von Erich. Moving forth. I do recognize this one. Get into another sweet spot, JYD. He was recently on mentioned quite a bit. I hope I don't destroy Tommy Rich by Buzz Sawyer. Nice thing to say. I hope I didn't destroy you. I'm going to get rid of that. Of course, folks, if you ever want to contribute to the Mike Messier YouTube page, you can always make a PayPal payment just to keep me going, or you can just subscribe and like. Bob Backlund versus Rick Martel. I've seen clips of that match on AWA. Great match. And I won't give away the result. This looks historic. I believe this was in Atlanta's Omni, folks. This is a Wrestling's Main Event magazine. Jimmy Snuka, recently the star of Battle of the Champions, December '82, folks. That's right. Guess what? Wrestling wasn't born of WrestleMania. This one makes me feel good. This is a magazine that I used to know. This is Don Kernoodle. That was in Greensboro, folks. You can check out the video. Mike Messier interviews John Hitchcock of Parts Unknown. This is a daunting cover. The Fly, Jimmy Superfly Snuka. And it says, I want Piper. He kills the Tonga Kid. Well, luckily the Tonga Kid's not dead. Oh, I just saw a great one. December of '78, folks. Andre the Giant, Masa Saito. We're looking at Dino Bravo, Jack Briscoe, Blackjack Mulligan. See, a lot of these wrestlers that got a lot of print time back then, Ivan Koloff, Junkyard Dog, Blackjack Mulligan. This is a wonderful cover shot. The American Dream. You have this wonderful, this was actually one of the best wrestling magazines ever. And, let's see if I can just open this gingerly. I don't want to compromise it. I guess we'll do another tape because it's sealed up. Michael's credit, he sealed all these nicely. He's got wrestling's main event, Snook is out for revenge, Kabuki, Master of Destruction. I love it. Indians win WWF Tag Team title. It was the Strongbows. They weren't just the Indians. Bud Sawyer, who I got my name from, the Mad Dog, that is the nickname. This one's a wonderful magazine. I'm familiar with this. The 10 most hated men in wrestling. The Mid-Atlantic Super Feud before the Four Horsemen, 1984. Tully Blanchard, Wahoo McDaniel. Unbelievable. I'm really kind of hoping that we'll have a Magnum TA magazine in this bunch. Oh, the spoiler, folks. Bob Backlund's nightmare match against Jesse Ventura. Dusty's terrible assault on Kabuki's soul. The scars of the past can never hear. Blackjack Mulligan once again, folks. That's Barry Windham's father. It's should be Bray Wyatt and Bo Dallas's grandfather, Blackjack Mulligan. Yes, Bray Wyatt's a third-generation wrestler. Here you can see with the mustache, that's a young Barry Windham, I believe. Ivan Koloff versus Ken Patera. Look at all the press that Jimmy Snuka got. This is Inside Wrestling. Kabuki got a lot of press. Now, some guys you'd put on your cover, like your Dustys, your Hogans, your Flairs. Some guys like Blackjack Mulligan got a lot of those, kind of like those bylines. Now, a lot of these are the Apter mags. And of course, Bill Apter. Check out these videotapes. I had those until recently. Some of them were in my estate sale, which Jay Baca, another great wrestling fan, picked up. This is a wonderful magazine, folks. The Year in Wrestling, 1986. I'm familiar with this one. Great year for professional wrestling, 85, 86, 87. Michael did tell me, or Buddy, there was some damage, but I can live with that. Look at those great wrestlers. That's back when men wrestled, folks. Not the Joey Ryans of the world today, or the thumb in the butt spots, but real men. This one looks like an older magazine. Look at that weight set. Spring of 1980, Who's Who picture book. Wrestling Training Illustrated. How top wrestlers train with weights. Well, I guess I could use some advice. Sugar Ray Leonard is looking on earnestly. Getting down to the nitty gritty, folks. Who we got here? Oh, Dynamic Tension ad on the back. Oh, Manny Fernandez. He was recently a guest on Wrestling with the Future. This is September of 1974, before many of us were born. The Battle Royal St. Louis won't forget. Well, now they won't. Getting down to the final. Oh, still got a bunch more. October of 1982, got David Von Erich in Florida article, Dusty Rhodes. Looks very interesting. Now, back before the internet, you can beat Bockwinkel, but you can never get his title. Wow. That sounds very sad, Tito. Before you had the internet and social media and YouTube, you had to read. That's why I'm so educated and smart, because I used to read wrestling magazines, not just look at the pictures or watch videos. Okay, looks like a nice Barry Windham Ric Flair contest, winner of '86. Of course, a couple of years later, they would be Horseman buddies. That's Scott Hall, Razor Ramon. People are messaging me. They're getting excited. What do we got here? Pro Wrestling Illustrated Annual. I never really got into the annuals because they were often kind of like reviews of stuff you already knew. Like if you had been reading your magazines all year, you didn't need the annuals. There was another one called Pro Wrestling USA magazine by the After guys. It was all rehash. Dusty and Harley, wonderful photograph. Can you imagine a guy twisting your arm and then giving you elbow? Ted DiBiase's Rat Pack, recently discussed on 83 Weeks, or whatever the fuck, Something to Wrestle with Bruce Pritchard and Conrad Thompson. Very exciting, folks. Hulk Hogan. That's a nice Hulk Hogan. Hulkamania is dead. We'll WrestleMania 2 make it live again. Chris Adams, a nice poster of Kevin Von Erich. And I did consult with Buddy Romano to make sure that the posters were included. I mean, I have to hang up my Kevin Von Erich poster, don't I? Wrestling Scene with Dory Funk Jr. That's Tommy Rich and Buzz Sawyer. This was the non-London publishing, non-After magazines. This must be July of '83, possibly July of '82. I'm not sure. It's probably July of '82. Invaders, see that? That's the guy that killed Bruiser Brody. Yep, it is. 1988. Medusa in a bikini. They didn't put Jerry Lawler in a bikini. Hulk Hogan with that headpiece. 1988. Wonderful magazine. I'm familiar with that edition. I'm getting fatigued. Magnificent Battle of the Nature Boys, or the Golden Boys. I believe this wrestling match from the Omni, that's December 25th of 82 or 83, probably 83. I think that's on the WWE Network as a hidden gem. Yeah, winner of '84, so most likely. You've got Dusty Rhodes, you've got Ric Flair. What an exciting video we're having. There's Magnum. Been looking for Magnum all day, and here he is. He's interviewing Magnum on Wrestling with the Future podcast. The Boogie Woogie Brigade. You can send away for your membership card. And what's Magnum up to? He's feuding with Mr. Wrestling 2. So this is August of '84. Pre-WrestleMania 1, folks. We were just kind of gearing up. Nice. Dusty and Harley, legendary feud. It's like Inside Wrestling, October of '81. I gotta say that this is a real good deal. I'm very happy with Buddy Romano, and all these magazines are in wonderful condition. I'm gonna put them back in their. Oh yeah, look at this, folks. Supercards '87. I was there. Baltimore Crockett Cup 2-night tournament, folks. Nice Japanese material on the back, but that Crockett Cup, make sure you watch my Crockett Cup Memories, Baltimore Crockett Cup video. That's the beauty vote, folks. Hulk Hogan, wonderful. I believe the article was written before Hogan won the WWF title from the Iron Sheik. Boy. Get into the nitty gritty, folks. Hulk Hogan. I think this is when he first had one of his kids, probably Brooke. Very exciting. Interview 88 with Missy Hyatt. I'm sure she's got a lot of things to say. WWF in turmoil. Pat Patterson beats Bob Backlund. So that very controversial Madison Square Garden match, I have to think. I think it was an MSG where they switched the title, but it not officially recognized. Well, there was a Valentine match. This I've never had before. I'm very excited. Jesse and Adonis on the cover of PWI. That's pretty exciting. Heels. Oh my goodness. Folks, this was the second wrestling magazine I ever owned. Now it's come back to me. I remember it's a Bob Orton centerfold. Yep. Haven't seen that magazine in a long time, folks. Tony Atlas, press slamming Hulk Hogan. Tony Atlas pinned Hulk Hogan on Hogan's way out of WWF in '81. October of '82. Who's that? Andre, bloody. Blackjack Mulligan. Blackjack Mulligan. Always getting the press. Sarge, little Sarge on the cover. Exclusive inside. All right, folks, get into the nitty gritty. The final one. It's actually jumping ahead quite a bit into the, some would say, the golden age, but that's from Chi-Town Rumble '89. Luger beat Wyndham on the undercard of Steamboat Flair. Okay, folks, I want to give a special shout out to Buddy Ramano for this wheeling and dealing that we've gone through. And what's this? A special bonus. I can't believe it. Buddy Ramano has made me an official member of the Bitter Club. Now, the Angry Wrestling Fan. I'm sure to be bitter about just about everything and everything. I will have a special ceremony where I accept the T-shirt. An official Angry Mike Messier Angry Wrestling Fan is now a member of the Buddy Ramano, Michael Romano Bitter Club. Bitter about everything. Bitter about professional wrestlers not respecting the sport that puts food on their table for their families, sticking their thumbs in each other's buttocks, as they do in California, selling for Joey Ryan. So we're very bitter about things like that, but I'm not bitter about this wonderful collection of wrestling magazines from days gone by. I'm very excited to go through and read all these articles and inform myself about the wonderful history of professional wrestling and educate myself. If anyone out there, collectors, saw any magazines that you're interested in, well, you'd have to pay a pretty penny to get them away from me, but I guess I could be negotiated with. Or if you have something you'd like me to consider, make sure to email MikeMessier@gmail.com. Just go to MikeMessier.com. Make sure to share this video and get the word out. Professional wrestling the way it should be.